You hear that noise? That's the evaporator fan. Alright, this is a GE Monogram. You hear that noise? That's the evaporator fan. I'll show you how to do it. First thing we gotta do is take off the ice maker. A couple screws, this screw and that screw. There's actually a couple videos out there that already show this, so I'm not gonna go into detail here. We gotta take off this panel, we gotta take off these. This is the ice chute holder. A couple panels back here. Once I take off these three things, I'll come back. Alright, we've got the ice auger and the brackets off. The actual ice maker itself. Now you gotta take off all these screws back here because we gotta take this guy off. You can't forget those two screws up there as well. Take off this whole back panel's gotta come off, but first you gotta take off this, which is a little bracket around the water intake here for the water valve that goes into the ice maker. So take that off next, and we'll show you what my problem's been for, I don't know, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. It's been going on forever. Alright, I'm just about to take the back panel off, which is this guy, to take off all those screws, and again, these two screws that went up in the ceiling. You can see the evaporator fan. Take this guy out. Put it where all my parts are. So here's everything, all my parts. Keep them organized. Alright, so the problem, it's been going on for years. And I know the fan's on. I'm sure all the techs out there are going to be yelling at me because I didn't turn off the power. What's going on is the fan blade gets stuck on the top side of the ceiling. That's where the evaporator is. And during a defrost cycle, what happens is water is dripping down on the top side of this ceiling panel, and it just gets like right over here. It's always on this side, which is interesting. And this fan blade then gets stuck. So when the motherboard calls for cool, the fan blade won't move, the freezer doesn't work, the whole refrigerator warms up. And the easy fix that I've been doing for the last, I don't know how many years, is, see, there's a hole. I'll show it to you. There's a hole, or this is grill here. So what I would do is when this was in the back, right? So I would pop off that grill and pretend like the panel's here. I'd reach my hand up, and I'd stick my hand up into the fan blade and spin it and break off the ice. I try to like grind it against the side here. And you can see I've taken apart this many times. I've gotten the ceiling off. I've even tried to like take a pair of pliers and make this hole bigger. You can see it's all screwed up, but I don't care. It still damn works. And that's the problem we're doing. So next thing we gotta do is we're gonna take off the entire ceiling panel because GE sent me a new one. So that'll be next. So as you can see, I already have all the screws already out mostly. I didn't even put them all back in when I put this thing back together last. So I'll go ahead and take the screws out. I'm gonna unplug this from the power and show you how that looks after that. All right, we've taken off the ceiling now. That's what came out. There's the evaporator, and here's the old drain pan. So this guy, oop, just lost the light in here. That's why I had it on. Anyway, see the drain pan and the tube. It goes through the wall. I already pulled the tube through because they can go through because they gave you a new one. But this is the problem. So here's the old drain pan, and there's the new drain pan. See the difference? It goes a lot further back. So that means, grab my flashlight here. That means I'm gonna have to cut this up. There's already a notch up here, but you can probably see I started cutting it right there. See where my flashlight's going? I started cutting it. And then I'm gonna have to push all this junk up. This is just a tube to cover the wires here that, you know, comes out of the wall there. So that can go up no problem. The only thing I worry about is this compression line here. It doesn't move too much, but I think it's high enough up that this new lip here, because it's pretty thick, I think it'll just fit underneath it. And then I'll make sure all those wires are off to the side and everything is up above. I'll have to retie all this stuff before I put it back together. So that'll be next. I was trying to chop off that piece of foam, so this new section back here. Let me show you how this looks, all of it. So GE changed their design, and now the pan's much bigger. So my problem was, as water drips from the evaporator, my problem was that water was dripping down and getting on the fan blades, and now you can see they are protecting the fan blades by this like new trough back there. So all right, so that's what I'm gonna be doing next here is trying to get that foam off and then put all the cords up, put the cord back, or put the drain, oops, sorry about that, put the drain tube back through that hole and hook it up before I do, because that'll be a lot easier than trying to put it back in manually. And we'll see how it goes. So I'll come back once I get this styrofoam block off. I'm just going to use a good old sharp serrated knives. All right, so I took out a big chunk just by using a good old knife. Just a good old knife, serrated knife. And then what was pain is this wire harness. It definitely has to move up. That's absolutely necessary. So I had to make a channel back here. So if you look at the prior video, you'll see that like the wire was kind of like hanging over here. There was a bolt I took off, but it's secure. It ain't going anywhere. And then I had to reposition these plugs above the compression line to make sure it's up in there. But that should do the trick. May have to push this up a little bit, but I think it'll fit. So now to try the fit. All right, so we got the new drain pan on. I have to push it up, but I just noticed these tabs. I'll have to shave those off real quick, but that's fine. And I'll have to push it really hard up and put it all back together. But one thing I did do, so there's the hose, right there. One thing I did do is I pulled the hose all the way through, and the hose actually is right here right now, and it goes into the firewall right back there. So I connected the hose to the drain pan and put the clamp on, and then there's this like rubber thing which I pushed back in there. But that's connected and it's back through, and I'm gonna fish it back to where it was. But now let's try to get the sealing on. It wasn't too bad. This better solve my problem, or I'm gonna be one unhappy camper. I did actually connect, I put all the wires back up there, and I did, this black wire is that's the drain pan heater. I did connect that back, pushed it up there, and it seems to be okay. I think we got enough clearance. All right, got the refrigerator back on. And here's the drain tube. You can see it back there. It's just coming out to here. I'm gonna put it back in the hole where it goes in back there. Before I pulled it out, I was looking in there, and that was the video that I just had sent. There's a part. It is right here. It's dirty as heck, but some kind of an out valve. So that has to go on the end of it, after it gets inside. So what I did here is I just took off the screw, just pulled this grate panel out here. And yes, I'm sure everyone's gonna yell at me because the power's on when I'm trying to get my freezer cold again. So I'm just gonna feed the tube through, and I think there's also like another guide in there, which on the previous video you may have saw it. So I'm gonna have to try to see if I can hit it. And I'm gonna keep using my camera to check it out. And once this is done, I'll let you know and see if we're getting cold air in the freezer. Here we go. Let's try this again. All right, but I just ended up taking off this grill. A little bit of a pain. You had to just screw right there, and this was just glued on there, so I'll put some glue back on there to make that back seal up. So I took the screw off here and a screw off there and pulled that thing out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed the tube. Let's see if I can get this back here. I'm going to feed the tube through that little guide, I guess, and then I'll put that little end cap back on. And boy, I wish I could clean this sucker back here. It's dirty. I know my condenser coils are so dirty. Anybody has a good idea on how to do that, just let me know. But otherwise, all right, I'll stick my hands over the compressor here and go to work. Try to get that tube in that thing and then put it all back together. All right, that was a pain. I basically had to put my hand up in here. Luckily, I have skinny hands, and actually, I used my right arm. So I was down there guiding the hose. I got the flashlight on it, guiding it into the back there, and then I also put that piece on the end there. See, it's right there, and let me get back here. So yeah, I got it through the original guide. Hopefully it shows up. I got the hose back in the original clip, and we're done. I'm gonna put the grill back on, and didn't have to take off. I was worried I'd have to take off my top access panel here, but don't have to. And we're through. Now, the hose was on this clip before. I'm not going to put it back on. I think, actually, I might set it on top of that clip, because to me, I want the inertia of the water coming out of the evaporator pan and flowing into here. So I don't like the dip, because there's like a dip. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I might lift it up a little bit so it's kind of straight and flat and goes right into the pan here. So, but we're all back. All right, got the ceiling back in. Thanks for turning on the lights. I had to jerry rig it. I had to use a Clorox thing and a block of foam that they sent with the packaging to hold the ceiling up for me so I could start to put the screws in. It's a little tight over here. I may have to maybe not put I can put a screw in here, I think, but maybe not back here. That's fine, because I'll be able to get the screws up in there. I already got one. There, so good enough. Ceiling's fine. It's not gonna collapse. Oh, one thing I did not do. That's right. I gotta hook up the. Oh, I didn't do that. Shoot. I gotta get the ground wire. I'll have to do that next. Hold on. I'm gonna have to take it down. Pause for now. See, everybody screws up. And I focus it. There's my ground wire right there. I gotta put that back in. Come on, focus. Well, you guys can see it. It's right there. So put that ground wire back in first. Goes in that top hole. Goes in that hole up there. And then put it all back, and then put the ceiling back in. Do that next. All right, we got got it back in. The ground wire is attached. Now we'll go ahead and put some screws back in the ceiling again. I don't know if I'll be able to put them in over here too much, or I'll just drill a hole in this new, or in the wall. What's back here? I think this is my damper. Yeah, there's your damper. That thing opens and closes for to get the cool air into the refrigerator. All right, let's go ahead and put it all back up, and I think mostly project complete, and I'll show it all back together. All right, got it all back. I couldn't get the screws in there, back there. That's okay. In my opinion, that's better, because now it's tilting this way, which is towards the drain tube, which is right up here. Whatever, it's fine. And now my fan is blowing in between that nice wall of foam in there, and there it is. See that foam wall? So in theory, I should never have this fan blade ever get stuck to the side again from up above, from that evaporator. So kudos to GE finally for sending me this replacement kit. I've been complaining about this problem for I don't know how many years, and hopefully this is the last time I ever have to take this freezer apart, unless I have to replace the motor here. But that's an easy fix. Alright, I'll get it all back together again, and we'll have a look. Okay, we got this back panel. So this goes on first, goes on second. All the screws are back in. I put some putty here because this is how I would get into the evaporator fan and spin it. So I kind of bent all these like those clips that are in there. See, like clip right in there. So I'm just going to use this putty to kind of keep it on. I should hold it. All right, now let's put the auger back on for the ice maker, and ice maker itself up here, and then those, I don't know what they are, you know, the fins that come out to hold the ice tray, and all right, we'll get that in next. All right, gotta put these on first. Put the auger for the ice maker. Gotta make sure that wire that was coming down, you gotta connect it behind there. Make sure the wire isn't pinched when you put it back. There's also screw down here and screw down here for the auger. And put on this just decorative plate. And it goes right up there. And I'll put the ice maker back. I'll do that in a minute. Alright, we're all back together. Last thing in here. Not yet, but all right, it's all back together. We are cooling. This was just at 50, and I know it's cooling. It's already on 48, and so we're back. We're working, and everything looks good. Just gotta put the drawers back on and clean those out, and put my shelves back in, and project complete. Hopefully you have the same problem. This will work out for you. And I just wanted to show this part because this is where it belongs. Here's my old parts in the garbage. See ya.